What's going on, friends? It's your buddy SPJ here, back again for another episode of Stompbox Saturday. Wait a second. It's not Saturday, it's Monday. So why are we doing this? Well, it's because we have a brand new pedal to take a look at. A brand new Overdrive from my friends at Walrus Audio called Ages. You know, Overdrive pedals are a dime a dozen. We see them constantly throughout the years, and it seems like any pedal company worth their salt takes a stab at doing something that they consider to be unique and innovative and brand new. And although I don't necessarily think that what's going on circuitry-wise in the Ages Overdrive is anything really new per se, there are some pretty cool features and great sounds in Ages that make it a little bit more versatile than some of the other options that you might find on the market today. So without further ado, let's throw the pedal up on the screen, take a look at the controls, and we'll dive into some sounds and keep this one kind of simple. First off, we just need to acknowledge the fact that Walrus Audio still able to kill it in the pedal graphics game. I know some of you out there, when the Mako series came out, the D1, a great sounding digital delay pedal, didn't have any cool artwork on it. We're all like, oh my god, what's happening here? Calm down. It's a pretty simple pedal despite the fact that it has 6 knobs: volume, gain, bass, and treble. Now the bass and treble are boost and cut, so if you want less bass and less treble, turn counterclockwise. More bass, more treble, turn clockwise, and roughly around noon is where they're going to be at their 0 point. Lots of gain on tap right here, and your output volume, what does that do? But what makes Ages a really cool overdrive pedal is the addition of this dry control, which basically allows you to blend in a portion of your original dry guitar signal. The last thing that really makes Ages is the mode control. It's a 5-position rotary selector that basically just allows you to select different variations and components within the circuit to create different styles of overdrive. A couple different low gain sounds and 3 different high gain voicings that we're gonna take a listen to right now. So the first mode on Ages is a low gain overdrive. It has symmetric silicone soft clipping. Compressed and smooth is the kind of words that Walrus uses to describe the sound, and it's fairly accurate. So what am I doing here? Well, I'm really accentuating the dry control, getting something sort of similar to what you can do with a tube screamer, because the tube screamer basically blends in your original guitar sound. The Klon does it too. Now, if I turn it counterclockwise, you'll hear how the overdrive just takes over everything. And it sounds pretty good, but by using the dry control to add in just some of our original guitar signal can kind of change up that character and make it take on more of a layered, fuller sound. Mode 2 is described as being pushed, open, and sparkly, and uses symmetric LED soft clipping. Now, I've pushed the drive on this one a little bit to see what really we can get out of a low gain overdrive, what kind of crunch we can really get. And so it's fairly high, but dialing back the guitar's volume, we can clean it up a little bit, make it a little bit more jangly and a little bit more sparkly. But this is also a good point to show you some of the tone control stuff that we're doing. As you can see, we've dialed out some of the bass to get rid of some of the lows, and we've dialed up the treble. And after all, if we're gonna go sparkly, we might as well go sparkly. But what's cool about the low end control, which is actually something that it shares with another pedal we looked at several weeks ago, is that it comes before the overdrive stage. So you're essentially filtering out the lows before the clipping section. This can come in really handy with humbuckers. So pardon me a minute while I grab my Les Paul, and let's see what we can do with this very same setting with the Les Paul. Yeah, it's a little noisy because now we've reached the high gain overdrive portion of Ages. Yes, it adds some noise onto high gain, but the reason that I've gone for this very typical boost into a high gain amplifier is because of the fact that this mode, particularly described as being saturated and tight, that tightness that I want for those really staccato riffs, those really tight palm mutes, works really well and kind of does exactly what I need. It also doesn't do too badly when boosting for leads. is the mode that I like to use as a full range distortion overdrive with single coils. Because it's a little fatter than the other high gain voicings, it really helps beef up some single coils and really can show you what the higher throw of this gain control can do in the high gain modes of overdrive. It doesn't lose character with the guitar. Sometimes with high gain overdrive pedals, your guitar kind of gets masked by the amount of gain and what the pedal is doing. This still feels very true to what I know this guitar to be. Although Mode 5 says that it has a lot of heavy compression, it's a thick overdrive, it's chewy, it is most certainly thick and chewy. But it's still more dynamic than I think Walrus wants to let you believe. You can still get quite a bit of range out of your volume knob and your tone control. This is the mode that really accentuates the pedal as a whole. I'm just gonna play around a little bit and start tweaking the knobs to see what else we can get out of it. So with everything that we've just seen and heard from the Walrus Audio Ages Overdrive, how do I feel about it? Well, full stop first. It's really cool to see that we have new product coming out in 2020 that wasn't announced for release at the NAMM show. I had pretty much written off 2020 completely for new products if they weren't announced at NAMM. So this was a real surprise to see from Walrus Audio and definitely is something cool. It's great to see that the industry is still moving forward despite the challenges that we're facing right now. And I know that they're doing their utmost to keep their employees safe at home, working, and supported during this time. So bravo, Walrus Audio. Now, how do I feel about the sounds? I really dig this pedal. I have been using it a lot more than I really realized, and a lot more than you guys have probably realized. I've used it on live streams, I've used it in songwriting sessions, and I even toyed around with putting it on my pedal board. And the only reason I didn't is because I was running out of space and couldn't put another big pedal on there. But it's to say that it couldn't wind up on there in the near future, but when and if it does, I will be letting you know. In the meantime, I want to know what you guys thought of the Ages Overdrive. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and when you see it, please do click the subscribe button and ring the bell so that the notifications are turned on and you can come back for more videos very, very soon. I hope you all are staying safe and healthy out there. I am doing my best to do so here at home. And until next time, my friends, I'm SeanPierceJohnson, wishing you all great tone, good health, and happy stomping. Cheers, friends. See you later.